Well, like I was saying, intimacy is different from sex, and some people, and they do intertwine, but about different things. And one of the things that came to my mind when we were talking about, cheating and whatever, out of all the relationships that I have been in, I dealt with cheating, except for what you would be surprised was when I was married. I did not deal with infidelity in my marriage, but my marriage still did not last. And it had nothing to do with infidelity. So weird, and that thought just popped in my head when I was listening to all of that. But when I was married, things that were important to me that could have led to intimacy were not thought about. Like if I come home from work and I'm tired and you've been home, if I come home and the house is clean, the kids in the bed, the kitchen is clean, I'm in more of an intimate mood at that point.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because I got more free time now.
Right.
I have time to relax, to not worry about tasks that need to be done. And that will more time for intimacy.
Right.
But still got to come home, clean up the kitchen, make sure the kids in the bed, check homework. No, when I'm done with that, I'm taking a bath and I'm going to bed.
That part.
So, so it's not always just give her flowers and play some romantic music. Do some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Free her up.
Yes.
Make time available. Is because if I come home and I'm tired, I don't care if you got candles lit, incense burning, nothing. If I walk in the kitchen and there's dishes in the sink and it's stuff need to be done.
I didn't ask that question. I did not ask that question. And I wish you had came on while we was on and actually asked that, because that didn't come into my psyche at a particular time. But yes, that is 100% true. I mean, nobody wants to, and I think that works for the man and the woman. If you've been at home all day, or whoever, it don't even matter about who's been at home all day, because the load should be carried between the two.
Right.
Especially if both people are working and, one get home before the other one, so to speak. And so that person that gets home before the other one, you do have a little bit more time to have your moment to yourself. And I think that that's important too. I need some me time. How about that for intimacy? Some me time.
It could be either way, intimacy in the bed or in the relationship.
Right.
Like,
is this intimacy in the bed or in a relationship? Intimacy has so many different. That's what we're trying to get to. Because if you have no desire and your intimacy level isn't there, you're not even gonna make it to the bedroom. And that.
I think it depends on what stage you're in life. When I was in my 20s, intimacy was in the bedroom because that's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? It was like if we're being active, if we're loving on each other, that's intimacy. That was intimacy in my mind when I was in my 20s. When I was in my 30s, and now I got a child, I have other responsibilities. Intimacy took on a different meaning for me. In my 30s, intimacy meant me having personal time, somebody willing to do something to help me have a little bit more time for myself. Those was acts of intimacy for me at that time, because that's what I needed in my life.
You need intimacy.
And you need intimacy in the relationship to make it, but intimacy takes on different roles at different points in time.
Yeah.
In my 40s now, intimacy is different than it was in my 30s because I don't have young kids. I don't have a baby I got to wake up to at 4 o'clock in the morning to feed, and all of this stuff that you have to deal with. So
Right.
intimacy in my 40s is more focused on physically and more pleasure driven. I can say that. So it just depends on what stage of life you're in
Yeah,
and what it means for you at
me,
stage.
where I'm at, my intimacy level is, look, I need you to plan something. I need to, you know, be spoiled. I need you to show up. I need you to show up. How about, let's start there. Just show the fuck up. And when I say show up, I mean show up in a way that lets me know that I'm important enough to you to spend that time with you, to
Right.
cater to whatever needs that you have for that day, and just be available mentally, physically, and emotionally. That's what I need. I just need you to show, like I said, just knock on the door and be like, baby, I